Austin truly was one of the most kindest people I've ever met in my life. And I wish I could take the gratitude for making him the person he was, but it was truly on his own. In fact, I wish I could be as good of a person as he was.
Austin was I think, a great athlete. We used to call him Crazy Legs because he had these long legs that would just go so fast. And he did very well in football. He was either a quarterback or a running back because he was really, really quick. He also really enjoyed basketball, and then he also played track too. He was a great jumper, so he did the hurdles a lot. So Austin didn't have a lot of really good friends. He just had a few of best friends. He had one particular best friend, which is Nick, you. And then he had a couple other close friends, but he was well liked. He liked everybody, but he really picked his friends very carefully. The people that he hung out with, the people that he confided in, he was very picky.
Austin was off from school. He had the release of a new Xbox game, and he came home from work. He was actually coming down the steps and was on the phone with his mother and was asking her for a ride, and as soon as I walked through the door from work, he said, "Never mind, Mom," hung up the phone, and he said, "Dad, you're taking me to GameStop to go pick up the game." And I responded, "No, I'm not," and walked out of the room. And his friend Aiden was on the steps with him and said, "Ask him nicely." And Austin, with his sarcasm, turned and said, "Oh, dearest father, could you please find it in your heart to take Aiden and I to GameStop so we could get this game?" I asked him if he cleared it with his mom, and his mom said yes. So we headed off to the GameStop, and I dropped him off at Wendy's. They had Halloween certificates for free Frosties, and he asked me if I could come back and sign for the game because it was an adult game. I told him I'd be back at 12 o'clock to call me. I would come over, and he leaned across the center console of my truck, gave me the head, and told me that he loved me. And I told him that I loved him too, and I would see him at 12 o'clock. And 8:30 that night, he was hit walking across the street in the crosswalk.
So we ended up having a GoFundMe account. A friend started a GoFundMe account for us to pay for his funeral costs. Well, we decided not to use that for the funeral costs, and we decided to put it into the Austin Muckenfuss Scholarship Fund. Austin did have a learning disability. He had dyslexia, so he really struggled with that. And we wanted to start a scholarship where children that didn't necessarily get straight A's, they usually always get the scholarships and always get the money. And so we wanted to offer money to somebody who might be in that type of same predicament, or maybe a child that just doesn't want to go to a 4-year college but maybe wants to go to a 2-year college or go to a trade school like Cosmopolitan School or something. So we offered this scholarship, and they write an essay about what challenges they've overcome in their life, and then we end up choosing it. And we've given out last year, I believe we gave out almost $8,000 last May, and probably will give out the same amount. And we do fundraisers to collect money.
One of my goals in life is to be as good of a person as he was. You know, he was on this earth for 14 years, almost 15 years. And to have the influence that he had on the amount of people that he did is absolutely astounding. So my hope is that I can be as good of a person as he was.